Hello everyone, this is just my video tutorial on a method that I use to get information to students. I'm using YouTube Live and OBS open source broadcasting software. Now this is basically what I use at home for my personal YouTube channel on how I relay and share my screen for video games and whatnot. But it can serve an educational purpose because it's a very powerful but simple to use once you get the hang of its software, and it's an alternative to Google Hangouts. This is essentially how I teach my science class anyway. I usually have my science notes here, see a whole bunch of chemistry notes here, and basically what I do is I have my PowerPoint on this side, and I can control PowerPoint, and basically I just paraphrase and rewrite notes just to teach the students how to write notes, getting them prepped for university and whatnot. So this is a good display here. I'm going to teach you how to do this in a second. I also have a bunch of other scenes or screens that I can tab to at any moment. So if I wanted to show a periodic table, I can click periodic table. And then I can just make my point if I'm teaching a lesson. I also have a document camera here. Now this is a very bad, terrible quality document camera, but it gives the point across that if I want to do any written stuff that I could actually show the kids what I'm writing here. And then this is like just my main screen. This is the entirety of what's on my desktop. Now it looks like this because it's recording me, recording my screen. So that's just how it looks like. But if I minimize this right here, it'll look a lot cleaner, okay? So, and then I have my tutorial for you guys on another scene. Now, I'm going to show you how to use all this. First, I'm going to show you how to install it. So we're going to get into this. All right. So part one, Mac and Windows only, Chrome OS doesn't work. I tried to find an alternative, couldn't find one, but Google Hangouts works too. So you could use that. This is just something if you want to go that extra step, I guess. For this software, you can either just record. So record, like I'm just recording right now, and then I'm going to upload it later. That means you don't have to link this to YouTube in any way, shape, or form. You just have to upload it after the fact, after you're done recording. There's also recording and streaming, which you link YouTube and this application together, and YouTube streams everything that this program is outputting. And then it automatically uploads the video to YouTube once you're done streaming. That takes an extra step, so I'll show you that at the end of this. All right, so downloading software. Again, this is going to be a little different if you're on Mac or if you're on PC. But if you go to this website, again, it's if you Google OBS Studio, it's the first one as well. But if you go to obsproject.com, it'll give you 3 options: Windows, Mac OS, and Linux. No one uses Linux here. If you do, you don't need to use this tutorial because you probably know what you're doing. To open the file you just downloaded, you just hit the down button, the down arrow on the top of Safari. Click that, it'll be OBS Mac 2406. You click that, and then this will pop up. The way you install things on Mac OS is you just grab the icon here and you drag it to your applications folder. Now I've already done that because it's already installed, but it'll take like a second. It'll be in your applications folder. Then you can close that little folder or tab right there. And then if you go into your applications or your Finder, you're going to get all your documents. It's just like Windows Explorer. You're going to go to Applications, scroll through until you find OBS, and you're going to double click this and open it. Okay. Once you've done that, you'll get a screen similar to mine. It will look like this. Okay. Now, when you're on Mac, it's going to ask you for a bunch of permissions. It's going to ask you to use your webcam, your microphone. It's going to ask you to use your display. Now you're going to click allow for everything. And sometimes it's going to make you go into your settings and manually type in your password to give OBS all the permissions in order to use every feature, okay? Now, if that comes up, I can't really show this on here because I've already done it for this. If that does come up and you get stuck, just message me. I'll help you out and I'll just come to you and set it up for you. All right, so we're going to make a basic scene here in OBS Studio. So what I want you to do is you can go down here to the bottom left of the screen and it's going to be your scenes. Now a scene is just like one canvas that you want to show the students. Now you can add a bunch of sources to this canvas. So you could add your webcam, you can add your screen display, you can add another webcam, you can add a source that goes directly to a certain specific window so you don't share your whole screen. So we're actually going to make a setup where you're using a PowerPoint slide on Google Drive and you're going to have your webcam adjacent to it. So you have your scene here, you can name it whatever you want. We have it named scene 2 because this is not the first take that I've done with this video. And then right to the right of this, where my mouse is here, that is your sources. So that's where you're gonna add your video cameras, your screen captures and whatnot. So if you click this little plus button right on the bottom here, you're going to have all these different options to add a source. So you can add an image, so whatever file, specific file you have. If you have a picture of, like, let's say a periodic table or a particularly interesting photo of your cat that you want to share, you would just hit image and pick that. You have text, you could just make your own text if you want to, a whole bunch of stuff. The thing that we're going to do right here is go window capture. Okay, so if you click that and you go, you can name it anything. I'm going to name it PowerPoint slide. So if you hit, sorry, we're back in properties here. I just had to shrink it. Here, you have all these options. Now, one thing to tell you, don't go full screen on a Mac. It messes things up. But we can pick what we want to pick. So I have this window up and basically I just have them set up like this because I like them small because I have more screen real estate, but you could stretch it out for whatever you want to, right? So we have it here. We want to display this, the PowerPoint here that I have, which is basically just the Google Drive web page. And I clicked on the PowerPoint I want to use. So we go here. Okay, so once we have that, we'll search here and we see Safari, which is the web browser I'm using. My Drive, Google Drive. That is the window we wanted to capture. We just press OK and boom, we have the window showing on our display. Now we can move it around. We can shrink it to how we want it to see fit. So what I would do here is if I just wanted to go here, set it up like that, and then boom. So whenever you move this on your screen, you can always move it around. And then what I have here, I want to add a video of myself because I like looking at myself all the time. So if I click this plus button again, I see a bunch of the same settings, but I see video capture device. I want to click video capture device and I'll name this webcam. All right. Okay, so webcam comes up, a similar window to our last one pops up, and it goes property of webcam, and it will right here, I'll ask you which device you want to use. If you just click here, and I have 2 webcams on this computer, I'm going to click the FaceTime HD camera. Okay, so if I click that, okay, that means I have a video of myself right here, which is super great, but it's also too big. So if I hit any of these corners here, I can shrink it down. Okay, and I could just put it beside. So it's up to you how you want to set this up, really. So you could use this pretty much for everything, okay? If you just want to stop here and this is what you're doing, This is your slides. That's how you want to do it. Be my guest. Okay, perfect. Perfectly fine. But if you want to add it a step further, you go back to scenes and you could add a new scene. Now we could call this document camera. Okay, and we add that, and then we disappeared, but we're on another scene. So if we click back here onto the bottom left, we hit scene 2 again, there's me, but I can switch at any time to document camera. Now it's blank right now, so what do we have to do? We have to add a new source. So we go to the bottom left here, we click add, then we go video capture device. We'll call this doc camera or something like that. We go okay. And then again, we have the properties here. We want to select our device. We're going to hit USB 2.0. That's the camera name that I have. Yours might be different. And again, this is a very terrible camera. We increase that and boom. Now, if I look here, I can write here and I could add anything I want to it. Now, if you want to show your face again, like I like showing my face all the time, you can go add video capture device. You could put add existing now since we already have it, or we'll just stick to create new. And we're going to call this webcam 2 or something like that. And what you do, again, just add your FaceTime camera or the camera you're using for your face and put it here. So then now you can do some math equations, some science equations, whatever you want on this, and then they can also see your face explaining it. You could do a whole bunch of things here. You could set it up where you have both of them on at once. It's totally up to you. So the way I'm doing this right now is all I'm doing is just clicking the different scenes here, okay? So if you're live streaming this, if you're just in class doing a lecture, you can just click and it would change to whatever you want, right? And you can keep doing that, okay? So that gives you the basic rundown. Again, you can size things up, you can do whatever. This is the basics, okay? You can add different sources if you want. If you wanted to add an image, let's say I wanted to add a periodic table. First, you have to know how to spell periodic table. Periodic table. All right, and I could browse for an image. Desktop. I have one right here. Look at that. And boom, I have a periodic table here that I could add to my lecture if I wanted. Okay, and scale it. Now, this is the main thing that separates us from Google Classroom because I can change whatever I want on here. I could put my document camera right under my webcam right here and it would work. Okay, and if you didn't want to show something, on the left here under sources, you have the eyeballs. You can always turn off things if you don't want them to see. Again, switch to it like that, okay? Okay, now let's get into recording. So if you understand how to make the canvas and how to use the scenes the way you want to, then that's great. The next step is to be recording. All right, quickly here, if you're going to record your video and then upload it later to YouTube, these are the settings that you want to use. So you want to go down here to the right, and there'll be all this drop down here. You want to hit settings. It's going to open up this tab. And you're going to, on the left here, you're going to see a bunch of different categories. You're going to hit output. Okay. Now streaming settings, just keep. Recording settings, this is where you want to change. So here's your recording path. You want to change that to a path that you're going to easily remember where it is. So I'm just going to put mine on desktop. If you click the desktop, open, it changes your path. So that means all the videos that you save and record on this, it's going to be saved to your desktop. Recording quality, if you keep it same as stream, it's not going to be HD when you upload it to YouTube. So just click high quality medium file size. For your recording format, you want to change this to MP4. Okay. Once that's done, you're going to hit OK. You hit start recording. Okay, and now anything you move, so if I move this on the screen, it is recording this canvas. Okay, so if you switch your scenes to, let's say, the periodic table, it's recording the periodic table now. Switch it to scene 2, it's seeing that. Okay, so whenever you do now, it's recording this screen. So you can move the periodic table, you can move the PowerPoint, you can type notes, whatever you want to do, it's recording. And once you're done, you hit stop recording. All right. Once we're back at the desktop, we see the video here. So this is the video we just recorded. If you click that, boom. This is what you record. Now anything. So if I move this on screen, it's recording this canvas. Okay. So if you switch your scenes to the table, it's recording the table. Okay, so you got the gist of it. Now, this could be an entire lesson, okay? The way you want to upload it is if you go to YouTube or you go to your internet browser, Google Chrome or Safari, and just go to youtube.com. Now, if you are not signed in already, you just hit the sign in button on the top right there. If not, you'll see your Google ID right there. And YouTube account is the same as a Gmail account. So your work email is already a YouTube account, okay? So if you're already signed in, then you're gonna have these options. You're gonna hit the little camera here and you're gonna go upload a video. Okay? So when this happens, you can drag a file that you want to upload, or you can just select file. So we're gonna hit select file. You're gonna go to the destination where your video that you just recorded is. So mine's a desktop, and we're gonna find that here. So I think it was this one. We're gonna choose that, and it's going to upload for us. So we can title it anything. I'll just put test video. The description will be like video for testing the video test, something like that. All right. All this other stuff you could just leave blank for now. But for audience, you want to put no, it's not made for kids. Okay. The reason why you do that is if it's made for kids, YouTube won't allow any comments on the video. So if a kid has a question and wants to comment, it won't work. So hit no, it's not made for kids, even if it is technically made for kids. Once you click that, go next. Don't worry about anything here, click next. And then for visibility, you want to leave it on save or publish. Make it public so everyone can see it. And then you want to hit publish. So you're going to get a video link. You could copy this video link to your Google Classroom or any way you connect to your students. Close this. And once it's done uploading, it'll appear on your channel videos right here. Now, if you click here, you can edit more stuff if you want. You can change the thumbnail. You can upload a custom thumbnail if you really want to. And you can just change the visibility if you want to make it private for some reason. Little details like this, right? If you want to change the description. Now, what people will see is your channel. So if you go to the right here, you can click your channel. Leave this page. And so on your channel will be a list of all your videos. So if you link your channel to your Google Classroom, people will see a list of your videos. So all the students will see the list of them. So our test video, if they click on it, okay, they'll see this on the screen. It is recording this canvas, okay? Okay. So if you switch your scenes to, let's say, the pure, and bada bing, bada boom. Now the main thing here is you really want to make sure you put it at medium quality so it's HD for YouTube. Now let's go on to streaming. All right, guys, so we know how to record a video. We know how to use the OBS software to make different sources appear on the screen, like PowerPoints or document cameras or Google Docs, Notes, or just your whole screen in general. Now we're gonna go into streaming, how to stream, all right? So what you need to do is first we need to go to YouTube. So we're on the YouTube home screen. We're logged in to our work email, which is also our YouTube account now. And we want to stream a video. So this is the problem you're gonna run into right away, okay? You go create video, and instead of going upload video like we did the last time, you're gonna hit go live, okay? So what you have to do before you can go live is you have to verify your account with YouTube. So what you would do here is you would go text me a verification number, type in your phone number. Once you submit OK, once you give the number, YouTube's gonna send you a text message with a code. You're gonna enter that code. All right. And then your account will be verified. The only thing is it's gonna be ready in 24 hours, okay? So tomorrow come back here and continue this video. Luckily, I have another YouTube channel that I use personally that I can run you through the steps on how to stream. Now, once yours is verified, so in an hour, 24 hours, whenever it works, you can click back on this video and follow along again. All right, everyone, so I have switched accounts to my personal account just so I can show you the streaming. Same thing, you go to create a video and more, you click go live, and then once your account's verified, you'll get something like this, okay? You wanna hit new stream, and you can title it anything. Science class March 18th, something like that, okay? You can go add a description if you want to, science rules. Same thing you did for the uploading process. You want to put no, it's not made for kids. This is super important for the live stream in particular because kids can chat, live chat while you're doing your live stream. And if you have it on made for kids, that chat function is disabled. So please do not click yes, it's made for kids. Click no, it's not made for kids. Create a stream. All right, so once this loads up, you have this set up here. You wanna look at additional settings right here, and you see how it's enabled DVR. That's gonna be on. Don't change that, because what that's gonna do is once your video, your live stream is done and you click end, it's going to change that live stream video that you just did into its own separate video, which kids can watch later on your YouTube channel. Okay, so the important thing here is the stream key. So right here, you have your streaming options, and it's going to be stream key. Now you could show that it's going to be right here. Now this is the password that connects OBS Studio, the program we were just using, to YouTube. So what you want to do here is you want to hit copy stream key. That's your password. So if you go back to OBS Studio, you'll see that I'm recording. If you go to settings in OBS Studio, and instead of output, you're going to put stream. You're going to click stream. Now, you have a bunch of different services here for Facebook Live, Twitter, Twitch. You're going to hit YouTube/YouTube Gaming, and you are going to paste the stream key you got from YouTube in here. So right click, paste, and that is the password you got from YouTube. You're going to hit OK. So once that's done, you're going to hit start streaming on OBS. So when you hit start streaming on there, that's not meaning you're live right now. That just means that this canvas, the box you have in OBS, is now being communicated to YouTube. So if we go back to YouTube here, it's saying connect streaming software to start preview. So now YouTube sees what you have in OBS, okay? Now you could minimize this and you could fiddle around with OBS all you want. It would work. Now in order to go live, you just hit go live. Perfect. So now you're live, meaning it's also recording onto YouTube, but you're recording live. So if students had questions, they could comment, hey, I have a question, and you would be able to see it on your chat function. Now, right now I'm showing everyone how to stream here, but if I wanted to teach a lesson, I could have this open and I could just start teaching my lesson the way I normally do on OBS. All right. So I could show my screen. I could use my document camera, right? Write some stuff. YouTube. Great. And the kids would see it. All right. Now, when you're done streaming, the main thing I want you to do is go end stream here. All right, so that's pretty much the gist of it. If you have any other questions, feel free to email me or message me or just come find me. There is lots of resources on YouTube itself. So if you type in OBS Studio YouTube live tutorial on YouTube, you're going to get a lot of people, and some of them probably explain it way better than I do. But hopefully this video was helpful, and we can start, delivering content to our students. All right, so thank you for watching. Hope this